Guys, welcome to another episode of Designing DeFi. Today I will review Fortune. So this is protocol that they do prediction. I've seen it's on Binance, I think. It's interesting because I haven't seen it before, and it's something we can definitely look into. So it starts with the markets. You have different markets. This is the first market that you see here, asking if the Fortune token will be launched and listed before August 31. So a bit like what Polymarket does as well, you have the main thing here, you have the time remaining, and then you can see if like it's 80% or less, total volume, yes and no. So obviously you can buy or sell shares. So one thing I would focus less on here because this is what I've seen also on Polymarket. People I think relate less to shares and they relate a bit more to things like just uh, amounts. So how much am I betting, how much am I getting out? That's kind of the main thing. I would put shares, just the wording, what's actually happening in the background, a bit more down. Even if you look at Polymarket, you will see, yeah, they still mention shares, like how much you get and the average price per share, I think. But yeah, that's just my assumption. If you look at regular betting sites, I think they've kind of focused less on that and just more on this is what you put in, this is what you get out. So you have yes and no. Here we can have dollars. I think that would be great because like if you put like $4, this is the price per share you get. I'm not sure if you know amount to spend. Okay, so this is the payout. So apparently, if you put a yes, you basically put the payout here. The way I understand it, it would be a bit more clear to understand what the 400 is. If you compare it to Polymarket, I think you can put in the number of shares as well because this is your selling. But if you're buying, let's say, putting in $200, this is how much you will win. And I think that's kind of a great UX. What do you guys think? I think that's great because you put in 200, just, this is what I want to put in, this is what I want to take out. So I think that would be great. If I put approve, I think it will ask me to just sign up like on the Binance chain. But yeah, also love to see this on the top right here. I think that would be even better. And yeah, it's great. I think this would open a lot the market for new users in that are accustomed to Binance. So could be interesting. Also, they have a thing called the Bakery Council. I've never seen this before, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. So these are new markets, and I'm not sure who can actually vote here because if you go here, this is our special proposals. So it feels that these are things that you can vote on based on whether you're part of the council or not. It's interesting because you can be a part of what's happening. This is like back in the day when DAOs were a thing. So yeah, people can definitely get into that. I feel that based on what I've been doing for Nexus Mutual is there's different user types, the ones who come here and vote on what markets should be there, and then the ones who are in the markets themselves. That's an assumption I have, something I want to test out, but quite interesting and useful to see. We have the daily fortune. These are small games that you crack something and then you see what you get. Obviously, I think you have to sign up or connect to Binance for that. And then you have the Fortune NFT, and this is something interesting. It's more like you manage to approve, what's happening here, and if you pay a price, then you get a certain number of multipliers, based on the predictions that you make, and the multipliers basically get you into the Hall of Wisdom, which is the leaderboard that you have here. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. If you get the multipliers, like probably you can be part of the council. Maybe I would love to see more of that. Maybe it's written here. I'm not sure what the rewards are basically putting in, but love to kind of get a bit more information on that. Probably I have to really dig deep into this. If I had this information a bit more at the top, or just something like, this is what we're doing, this is why it's good for you, buy this because you know you're gonna get this. I think it would be really, really helpful. Yeah, that's it about them. Would love to know if there's more things that I've missed or not. Let me know what you guys think, and if I should do something else, another review, would love to know in the comments.